Year 2024, month of December. This is another video for the channel in which I'm going to be talking about a general topic. Today's topic is developer slope. Developer slope is knowing the machines you are developing for. This is a subtle topic, but it is important. I count four different types of developer slope: up, down, across, and parabolic. What developing on a slope means is you program on one machine, but you expect your application to run on another. The first kind is developing down. This is very common. It's one of the more important uh, things that developers make. Typically, you have like your developer PC, and you're going to make an app, like a mobile app usually, for a phone or a tablet. This is something that you should always be considerate of. Most of the big IDEs will have an emulator, and you should try and aim for the weakest phone, like the cheapest phone, the phone that's the slowest. If your app runs good there, it'll run good everywhere. So developing down is how you make mobile apps. Developing up is when you have your development computer and you're usually like setting up a Docker container and you're putting it up on a large server farm like Amazon AWS, and you expect the computer that's going to access it to be above average. So AI systems like ChatGPT and a lot of websites are like this. COBOL is kind of like this when you might be writing a COBOL program and you're putting it on one of the mainframes or you're accessing the mainframe directly. That would be developing up. Now the next two, developing across. This is typically when you have like a multimedia PC and you're making something for use on another multimedia PC, like a video editing program or a video game. There isn't a steep slope between what you're developing on and what the program is going to run on. This is probably the least important type of development. Parabolically, and I'd like you to imagine a parabola that begins with a negative number so it opens down. It looks like a little hill. You have your developer computer, you're developing like you are when you're developing up for a server farm, but it's going to be like a website or a small, you know, mobile app that's going to be used on one of those crappy, uh, slow phones. And arguably, this is one of the most important types of developer slopes because while there's really billions of smartphones out there, most of them are old and slow. Most people are not going to get the latest and greatest thing. A little cheapo Android device is the most ubiquitous computer in the world. And that's what most people use, and that's really where their digital identity begins and ends. And a lot of people actually don't use app stores. This is kind of counterintuitive to the people that are digital natives and they're kind of just born in it or they're used to it, is that a lot of people don't like to download apps. A lot of people just want to use the mobile web browser. And that is their preferred way of using apps. And from the developer, that's actually somewhat courteous to you because you just have to make a little website and it just has to run in a web browser. So you don't have you avoid the need to make a mobile app. So this developing parabolically, it's arguably still a form of developing down, but you know that you're going to be up on a server farm, and so you can do some exotic things like, let's say you have your usual PHP JavaScript kind of thing where what needs to be done on the server you make happen on the server with PHP, and then you take that data and you put it into a very, very lightweight JavaScript front end, like a vanilla JavaScript front end would be the best thing to do when you're developing parabolically. And so that is something to be aware of. All these super huge frameworks and stuff, uh, as I talk about a lot on this channel, I think we're going to hit this kind of critical moment where we can't just assume the internet uh, is always going to be able to consume more and more energy, and that phones are always going to get better and better and better. I think we're going to hit kind of a natural limit, and we need to start thinking about those limitations. And we just start kind of trimming down what we do. And by the way, that improves developer experience. You get to make easier apps. All right. Um, but yes, that is developer slope. Thank you for listening. I might have a few more videos up before New Year's, but definitely I will have something up and running next year. Uh, 2025, that's going to be C Sharp, a quarter century of use. And that also means about 30 years of Java and about 35, 36 years of standard C. And Rust has matured quite a bit. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more Rust, but the main focus of this channel is still COBOL. Um, See you then. In my new description, you will see that I have opened up a Patreon account, and you can buy a little digital icon to for $3 to donate to the cause of this channel. Thank you.